taking this as evidences. I did change my normal schedule. I move it like 1 hour later. So hoping more people show up, but nobody show up for the second time, for the second session today. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna record my class without nobody. But if you guys wanna see a class with actual students in this same session, but the class before, I had three students. Okay, so let's go ahead. Today our session is about Margaret Fuller. Okay, so as always, our learning objective is improve our listening skills through interactive activities, and we have this listening strategy. When you listen to a more formal text, pay attention to the linking words and phrases. These tell you how the pieces of information are connected, if they are a contrast, as a result, an example, an emphasize, etc. Right. Then we will have this activity. What does the activity consist of? We have these four groups and we have the words that will be going in the group, right? So the idea is that you share the screen and the students will be seeing this vocabulary. You will ask like, hey guys, do you have any question about this vocabulary? If they don't have no questions, you will continue, right? So we respond like, hey, which group will be this one? So this one will be an emphasize. This will be a contrast. Contrast. This will be an re- result, and this will be an example, right? After that, you make sure everybody understands that everything is clear, and then you will continue, right? So what I usually do is give them a little time so they can wrong color, so they can choose the correct answer. And after you give them some time, they will come back here and they will share, right? So she works at the school. Our correct answer will be this one. Consequently, she did well in her exam. The town has excellent leisure facility. For instance, there is a new sports center. The journey has been long and trying. For that reason, they decide to get an early night. Number four, the weather was extremely cold. Indeed, it reached minus 12 Celsius, minus 12 Celsius, right? One night. Ellie spent all afternoon at the beach. As a result, she got slightly sunburned, and the house is in a terrible condition. In fact, it will be impossible to live there, right? Then we will have this activity where you have to match these sentences with their right option. I usually give the students sometimes, how I said in the last activity, so they can think a little bit and they start um, doing their connections and their activities. And when they finish, I usually give them like 5, could be less minutes, right? It depends on how many students you have and the proficiency of your students, right? So the idea here is just matching this column with this other column. Number 5 will be age. And number, let's use orange, will be this, right? So these two we will be like no needed, ¿cierto? So after that, I have this activity, but I like to share this picture in the chat with the students so they can have all the information. What I do is give them 5 4 minutes, depends of the student, so they can read it, they can choose the correct option. They have to be careful and use these linking words, and then they will share their answers. They will share their answers after they finish, right? So what I did was, okay, guys, I share the picture with them, and they have to send the answers to the chat. After they send the answers to the chat, we will listen the audio to confirm if the answers were correct, right? When they hear the audio, when they listen to this audio, I'm gonna reproduce it so you can guys can hear it. When they listen the audio, they listen the audio to confirm if the sentence was correct or not, right? Then we have this other activity that is in base of the audio, and we have to choose it is true or it is false, this sentence, right? After that, we do any correction the student has, we solve any doubts or questions, and then if we have time, but well, in the last class we didn't have enough time, but if we have more time, the idea is correct, choose the correct answer and just put it here, right? In base like what is the conversation or how they feel, so they going to discuss, right? Then we have this activity that they have to listen this or the audio. Let me show you. This was audio. And in base of the audio, we will choose the correct answers, right? And when we finish, you just ask the students like, hey guys, how did you feel about these activities? Do you like the class? Yeah, do you have any question, any suggestion, comments, feedback? You want to give it to me as a teacher in training to improve my skills as a teacher. After they usually say thank you, teacher, yes, you should do this, or we like this, we really enjoy, we didn't like. Okay, they just express their opinions. I share this attendance link and this other form that we have to give it to them, and then I say bye, guys. Thank you so much for traveling with us, for being participate, for being active, and I really appreciate all the hard work you guys did here. Thank you so much, and that's it. And then I say bye, and that was the class before. If you guys want to see like the class with actual students, you can go ahead and see the video before this one. And I hope this is enough for my evidences. I was here, I was ready. One person signed up for the class, nobody showed up. I did change my schedule, I did change the hours, so try to do it a little different in the weeks before. This is a new schedule, trying to have more students to showing up, but we have here like nobody. Thank you so much. I hope you see that I was ready. I had my explanation. I was ready with all the um, topics and all the activities. I had the support um, material there. And that's it. Bye. Thank you.